Hello, hello, creators. This is going to be a long one. That's why I have milk. It's not as cold as I thought. So, today I decided I will go live so that we can be able to talk a little more about how to grow your watch time and how to grow your channel. And this is not those live streams where you can come and just comment that you want subscribers. The, the way I have tried to structure this channel and the way I try to train is that you need to provide value in order for people to follow you. Hi, Voklamb. The way I would like for you to think about your channel, it's a place where it's a sanctuary for your followers. It's not somewhere where people can come and just dump anything that they want. So, in this time when we'll be talking about watch time, I will give you the tips that I have and also tell you more about the things that you need to do so that you can grow your channel well. Hi, Vok, I am well. Yes, I remember you from that live. So, the things that you need to do in order to grow your channel in terms of watch time. Getting views is a whole other monster on its own. But growing watch time is something that I believe is more important and makes much more sense for you to focus on growing. If you can grow your watch time well, if you can grow the amount of time that people spend on your channel, then you will actually see good growth. So, in order for us to start well, allow me to do this. Allow me to define what watch time is and what counts as watch time. And then we can go on to how watch time accumulates, and then also how can you be able to determine or predict or grow your watch time, because I believe those are things that you can do as you go on in your channel. So the first thing that I would like to do for just a second here is to share this live stream. So if you're already on the live stream, please share it out to any of your friends who is a YouTube creator so that they can follow this live stream. So that's what I want to do right now here, and create a post. Take it where that's done. So this is what you need to do. Oh, backing up. What is watch time? Watch time is the amount of, and believe me, this will sound almost counterintuitive. Watch time is the amount of real time spent watching your video. Now, the easiest way to explain it is to have an example of a 10-minute video that you have done on your channel. So if you have a 10, hi Minai, well, oh, at least tumeamka, you've woken up. So if you have a 10-minute video on your channel, then what you need is, just allow me to make you an admin. How do I make you an admin? That was the one who's showing people how to do it. I forgot. So if you would like to uh, if you have a 10-minute video, then if someone watches it for 10 minutes, then that means that, hi Christine, if you have a 10-minute video and someone watches it for 10 minutes, then your channel gains 10 minutes of watch time. They have actually spent their 10 minutes to watch your video. Number two, on your videos, there is something called playback speed. Now, that means, and uh, by default, it's usually normal, where if I've actually uploaded a 9-minute video, if you watch it to the end, you've watched it for 9 minutes. But sometimes, if you have sped up the playback speed, if it's at 1.25 or 1.5 or 2x, then if someone watches a 10-minute video and the playback speed is at 2x, it means that they will watch that 10-minute video in 5 minutes. So the watch time that you will get is 5 minutes because they have taken real time 5 minutes to watch your video. I hope that's clear. So when people watch your videos, tell them, or the normal thing is for them to watch at normal speed. So that way, the number of minutes your video has, if someone watches to the very end, then you get those number of hours, those number of minutes. If someone watches your video for 2 minutes, you gain 2 minutes of watch time on your video. I hope that explains what watch time is. It measures the actual amount in terms of hours where you you have actually gotten them to spend on your channel. So one of the biggest things that you need to do is, how do you create content on your channel where people will spend much more time every day, every week, every month, year on year? People are spending much more time on your channel. The number one thing that you need to do is, and I think I've talked about this before, one of the major things that you need to do on your channel in order to be growing your your watch time is to make sure that you have content that is evergreen content, content that does not get old. Okay, this is usually content like how to videos where you're explaining how something is done. If someone needs to know how to do a particular thing, you have that kind of video on your channel, so that even if you've done a video in January, if someone comes in March, that information on that video is still relevant to them, so they'll still watch it. So you know that this particular video will always get people watching. And then you keep on creating that kind of content so that, for instance, I'll give you a good example from my channel, what I did. There is content that I know every single day will bring like 50 views, for instance, and it can bring like 100 minutes. As an example, it will bring 100 minutes of watch time, one video. So if I have 10 videos that are doing that every day, that means that on a normal day, I can get 1,000 minutes in watch time. Yeah. So if you constantly keep creating content that brings value to your audience, value that does not get old. For instance, if you're doing what? If you're doing a fashion lookbook for Valentine's, it's a good video. It's something that you can get good views on. But if you're doing a Valentine's lookbook, it will gain a lot of its views, a lot of its watch time from that particular period. If you're doing a Christmas lookbook, for instance, or if you're doing a Christmas makeup tutorial, then it will gain viewers well around December because you're actually doing it for that particular season. But if you're training someone how to do a good office look for less than 1,000 shillings, then that is content that they can watch even if it is a month later. So that's the first thing that you need to do. So let me just greet the people that are here. Christine, hi, how are you? Martha, hi, how are you? Finally get you on my live stream. It's a good thing. What else? Why am I not seeing your chats? Uh, anyway, hi, welcome everyone. So that's the first thing that you need to do. You need to create tutorials. Everyone needs to create tutorials. Hi, Martha. Yes, thank you very much. Everyone needs to create tutorials. It doesn't matter what kind of content that you're doing, it doesn't matter which genre or which niche you're in, create tutorials. Everyone needs to create tutorials because those tutorials are the ones that will build the momentum underneath the growth that you have on your channel. So make sure that you're always creating tutorials once in a while. You don't have to become a tutorial channel, but everyone needs to create tutorials. That way, when people come on your channel, you see, the reason you're doing those ones is because they will become searchable. You see, people are usually searching for things that teach them something. So if you have tutorials, then when they come on your channel, they will find, oh, there's 2, 3 tutorials. They will watch that. They'll probably subscribe to your channel. So that way, those particular people who have come in will give you the watch time that you need. Okay? The second thing that you need to do is think of your videos in batches instead of thinking of your videos as single videos. Okay? Let me explain what I mean. Thinking of your videos as a batch. So, if I come to your channel and I watch one video and I like it, the most likely thing for me as a viewer, what will happen is I will want to watch another video that is on the same topic. Okay? So, what will tend to happen is for many of our channels, what will happen is that you keep on creating topic A, and then you do topic B, and then topic C, and topic D, and you have 15 topics that are on your channel. Yet, when someone finds content from topic A, in their mind, they're not thinking that you do anything else. All they want is their particular topic. Okay? So when you're doing a video, think of it in the mind of the viewer. Stop thinking of yourself as the all in all and be all of everything. Your audience matters more than what you want. Of course, you're doing uh, the things that you like to do, but do the things that your audience also likes. Okay? I hope you guys can hear me well. Matt, I hope you can hear me well. Is anyone else having any problem with hearing the way I sound? Or can you hear me clearly? Can you see me clearly? I've tried to put a light up here so that it counters some of the light that's coming from the back so that my face is a little better lit. Yes, I would like to get lit. But uh, as the sun goes down, then it will become a bit more apparent as to the reason why I have a light in front of me. So good. I That's awesome. So when you think of we are talking about thinking of your videos. Hi, Jamila. We're talking about thinking of your videos in terms of batches so that that helps you to increase your watch time. So this is what you need to do. Anytime you have an idea of a video that you'd like to do, before you do that video, please sit down, think of how can I make 3 videos around this topic or 5 videos around this topic, because it's still the same niche that you're doing. But if someone watches a particular video, then after they have done that video, what should they watch next? After they have done the second video, what do they watch next? So if someone comes into your channel, the aim here is to get them to watch more than one video. Okay? One video is not enough for you to grow. On a normal scale, I have a different kind of experience in terms of how I have used batches so that I have grown. So, this is what you need to do. You make sure that you have 3 or 4 ideas around a particular video so that you can either be able to either split them up so that you gain watch time over that, so that someone knows that this is video 1 and there's video 2, 3, and 4. So once they watch video 1, what you're trying to do for your channel is think of your channel like a series and not a movie. I hope that makes sense. That if you sit down, you can watch this channel the same way you would sit down and watch a series. You can watch a whole season of 13 episodes. The reason they give you that is so that you spend more time watching that particular series and you fall in love with that particular series. Why? Because it has so many things that it helps you with. A movie is good, but you will sit down for an hour, for 2 hours, and once you've watched that, that's it. Okay? So that you can make sure that when you have watched this particular series, you always want to watch the next episode. You always want to watch what is next. What else does this particular channel have to offer? So when I come to your channel, ideally provide me with 5, 10 videos that are of this thing that has actually brought me in, because when you do that, you help me get more insight on who you are as a creator. Then I can be able to view your videos more. And the more that I keep viewing, especially, this is what you need to understand. If someone comes into your channel and watches a video and they watch more than one video, they watch like 2 or 3 videos, what will happen next is that whenever you release new content, they will get a notification. That video will go to their homepage. That video will be on their subscription page. It will be on their notifications. So YouTube knows that this person is really interested in your content. So that's the thing that you need to think about. Think of, how can I be able to create related content that if one of them grows and starts getting people to come to the channel, then I can be able to grow very quickly. Okay? I hope that helps. And who is this who left? Yeah, please leave relevant comments so that you do not get into someone's spam folder. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for you to be in someone's spam folder. So let me try and okay. So that's the first thing that you need. That's the next thing that you need to do. If you think of your videos in terms of batches, then you can be able to grow your watch time well. So next, I will talk about how do you grow your channel in order to get to the 4,000 hours of watch time, and the tactic that I use to be able to get to the 4,000 hours. So 1 second. I'm drinking milk, but it's not cold. I don't like things that are not cold. It's not as cold as I would have wanted it to be, but it works for now. I would have picked soda, but that will be war. So in order for your channel to get monetized, I know that is something that many people have asked about. How did you get monetized? How long does it take to get monetized, and how it relates to watch time? So one of the things that you really need to know about monetization is monetization usually depends with the kind of content that you have done on your channel. And the speed that monetization takes is independent. No one's channel, as in, if my channel, for instance, my channel took 8 days in order for me to get monetized. So one of the things that you need to know is the kind of content you have on your channel may require that your channel gets a secondary review. So this is what happens at Google when you get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. This is what happens. You will get a notification that you qualify for monetization. Okay. Then under the YouTube studio, there is a place for monetization. So you will need to create or connect an AdSense account, which is where your money will usually be sent first when you get monetized. Then you also need to apply for monetization, which is just a step. When it just checks, have you reached this requirement? Have you reached this requirement? Then you automatically go under review. Okay? So the review here, the first review is not done by humans. The first review is done by the YouTube machine. Okay? So the YouTube machine goes and checks on your channel whether you have copyright strikes or community guideline strikes, if you have done any mistakes in the past before you got to monetization. Okay? So the reason it does this is just to check that you're a good creator, in quotes, that you have original content, that you haven't flouted any rules that are there, both the community guidelines and the copyright guidelines. So once that is done, usually if you have a lot of original content, then it's an easy decision. It's just turned on. And for me, it took about 8 days because that was at around January 6th or 7th. And then by 15th, the account was already monetized. And after that, after a few more days, I think around 20th or 21st, the community tab also came live. At that time, I think I was at about 1,033 subscribers. So when you get to 1,000 subscribers, there's a new tab that comes on, which is called the community tab, where you can place polls, you can place photos, you can place the videos that you've done. So again, they show up on the home pages of people. Even if you have not posted anything, that's something that shows up. So your viewers can interact with you more. On my community tab, what I have also done is give shout outs to other creators because maybe you may not get the opportunity to collaborate with people, but you find a creator who's doing a good job and you like their channel. So I introduce that particular person to my audience, and if they get subscribers from that, that's a good thing. But then I make sure that I do that. So that's how to use the community tab. So this is what I did. In January of 2018, I when I officially just sorry, let me move you guys a little bit. Okay, it will focus in a second. Focus. Good. So in January of 2018, what happened is that's when I officially truly began creating on YouTube. So at that time, I had 21 subscribers. And I don't even remember. I think I was getting about 2,000 minutes or 1,000 minutes of watch time minutes, 1,000 minutes in the whole month. But in February of 2018, is when that rule for monetization came in. Before that, it was just you get to 10,000 views, you've already gotten to monetization. But what tends to happen is if you have 10,000 views and you get monetization, by the time you get to your $100, it's been another year. So it did not make sense for YouTube to just allow anyone with 10,000 views to monetize because someone has 5 subscribers, but they have a viral video, like I know some people have, which has 200,000 views, and so you're monetized. It doesn't make sense for you as a creator because you don't even have the discipline or the passion for creating content on YouTube. You don't even know exactly how YouTube works. And then you want to earn money from YouTube. Didn't make sense to YouTube. Of course, to me also, as a business person, it doesn't make sense, because what's the point of making $0.2 a whole month? It doesn't make sense, because when you're actually starting at 10,000 views, if you're at 10,000 views and you're getting like 1,000 views in a whole month, and ads have run for like 500 views or 200 views, you don't really get the amount of money that people think you would get on YouTube. So them making that decision on my end, as a person who understands how business is run, it actually made sense. It makes sense to tell people, you see, I am raising the bar here, and the reason they are raising that bar is so that by the time you are getting to that particular threshold, you have 1,000 subscribers, which means 1,000 real people that you have actually brought into your channel, who actually are active on your channel, who are actually growing on your channel, who really want to know the content that you have on your channel. That's really important. It's not enough to just come to a live stream like this one and just get people to subscribe to your channel. And then what? Just because I come to your channel and I subscribe to your channel, and then what? Of what assistance is it just for me to add a number on your channel if I don't grow on your channel, if I don't interact on your channel, if I don't become a part of the community that you are creating on your channel? The thing about YouTube and the YouTube culture is that when you get a subscriber, they become part of your family. They become part of your movement. So if you have been able to get 1,000 genuine people who like your content, 1,000 people who, if they're asked what content does this person do, then they can actually say, yeah, I watch Mumo because he does a lot of this. And when you have done that, then you have the right to actually be given monetization, to actually make money, so that you've really worked hard to get 1,000 people to say, yes, we believe in you, and that's why we are pressing the subscribe button. Not just one video that probably will be shared by people and it goes viral, and then what? There is no point of you having 1,000 subscribers and then your videos never get views, your videos never get watch time. Okay? So it's important for you to create an active subscriber base so that as you release new content, the people who are already there are already invested in you. They want to watch more of your content. They love your content, and they can be able to even share your content out even without you asking them. Okay? That's something that you need to think of as a YouTube creator, that you can be able to create a good subscriber base, that anytime you release a video, people are there and they want to watch your video, they want to comment on your video, they want to talk about, minute 5, the way you talked about a particular thing. That's important for you as a creator. Don't just be blinded by growth in subscriber numbers. Subscriber numbers need to also increase the engagement on your channel. That should be your aim. That it's not just about bringing in new people or going to live streams. Every live stream you're there, please, I have followed your channel, so follow mine. That, number one, is illegal. Okay? That is not the way to grow on YouTube. YouTube growth is about you putting in the work, you creating new content that either inspires, educates, or entertains people on YouTube. It's not just about, come to my channel. So why should we come to your channel if you have not created good content? If you don't have 5, 10, 20 videos, or one really interesting video that you have done on your channel, why the hell should people come to watch you if you don't have content? Sorry, I'm ranting, but that's one of the reasons why YouTube went ahead to say, you know what, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, please build a community first. And that's the reason why, just on a side note, that you get the community tab. because you have created a community. 1,000 people is a really big number of people who actually believe in you. Martha, you know, yani, the way I see people making me rant. Let me go back to the point. 1,000 subscribers. I see people drink wine on their channel. Me, I drink milk. But anyway, now the second thing. So the first thing that you need to do is get 1,000 subscribers. The second thing that you need to do is get hi Kimani. The second thing that you need to do is get 4,000 hours of watch time. Yeah. Yes, Martha, you are doing a really great job and continue. You are growing really well. So 4,000 watch time hours in the last 12 months. So, in order for you to be able to understand this is what you need to understand. An hour is 60 minutes, okay? So, you need to get 240,000 minutes of your content watched in the last 365 days, okay? So, in order for you to be able to see how far you are, there is a tool that is called vidIQ. And let me do this. Let me. How come I can't chat on my own? Nene? I can't chat here. Live chat. And then it's called vidIQ. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, you know me, I just sip milk, Kate. So, vidIQ has a Chrome extension that you can be able to put on your laptop so that you can be able to see how far you are. It's a really good tool and it really helped me to, feel good. You're at 12%, then you come again, you check you're at 17%, you're really growing and the trajectory is going. So check out vidIQ. It's vidIQ.com. vidIQ. vidIQ. I wish I could chat and write whatever I'm saying. I can't even chat myself. Yeah. So check out that tool. It's a Chrome browser. So you go to vidIQ.com. Yes, Martha, that's the one. So you go to vidIQ.com and you install the Chrome extension, sign in with your email address. I don't have an affiliate link. That's why you see I'm just so easy to tell you these things. So once you have installed it, it will show up there and it will show you the percentage you are in terms of watch time hours. But I really liked it because it really helped me with just the mental thing, just to see I'm at 50%, then you get to 97%, and then you get to 100%. And by that time, you have qualified for monetization. So this is how it works on YouTube. So you pick the last 12 months, you go to the YouTube Studio app, and you go under analytics. I hope you're writing this so that you can be able to go and check on your own channel. Go to Studio app, YouTube Studio app on your phone, and you go under analytics, and then you go under watch time. Okay? Watch time by default is usually the last 28 days. So what you will do, click on the last 28 days, then change that period to the last 365 days. And if you see that number is below 240,000, then you know that you have not yet reached the 4,000 watch hours that are required. Okay? So this is what it does. Suppose we are at 1st of January 2019, YouTube checks 365 days. Hi, the FKs. It's been a while. I haven't seen you guys. If you're at 1st January 2019, YouTube goes the last 365 days and checks the watch time that you have. Okay? Then when we get to, so if you're at 1st of January 2019, the most probable 365 days, I'm just guessing, is 2nd of January 2018. So if you go to 2nd of January 2019, the date moves. My hand is on this other side. I'm trying to show you the 365 days. So Okay, let me do this. If you're at 1st of January 2019 and you have 2nd of January 2018, so you move to 2nd of January 2019, it moves to 3rd of January 2018. It keeps checking the last 365 days. I hope that helps you to understand what it means in the last 12 months. So the thing that you need to do is, number one, get growing. So this is what I did in 2018. I started growing the number of watch time minutes I was getting every month. So I'm competing with myself. I'm not competing with anyone else. I don't even care what other people are getting in terms of watch time. I looked at myself and I looked at the watch time that I'm getting. In January, I had 2,000 minutes of watch time. I'm really trying to remember how this went. So in February, I told myself I need to get more watch time than I got in January. And what are the things that you need to do? You need to create more videos, okay? So every single video you create is like another Dalmatian that you send out, like the 101 Dalmatians, that you keep on sending out to go and look for views, to go and look for watch time, to go and look for subscribers. Every single video you put on YouTube, it's another video you've sent out. Go look for views, go look for watch time, go look for subscribers. That's the way it works. So if you're increasing the number of videos that you're doing every single time, if you've done 3 videos in January, you do another 4 in February, you now have 7 videos. You have 7 videos that are out there looking for views, looking for watch time, looking for subscribers. And then you do the same thing in March and in April and in May. And soon you have 30 videos, you have 50 videos all out there looking for what? Views, watch time, subscribers. And of course, not all the videos will be hits. Not all the videos will be having 1,000 views. You just need to keep on creating. You don't know which one is going to be the one that actually brings you views, that actually brings you the subscribers that you want, that actually brings you the watch time. And I'll give you an example. I like using my example because I have access to my channel. So the very first good video that I did was in January of 2018. It's called the top 10 business ideas in Kenya. And that started getting me a lot of views. Then the next video I did that was really good on that scale was in February, and it was a continuation of that one. And I said it's the top 5 businesses in Kenya. And then in March, April, May, I was still doing other videos. And then in June, I did another one that's called the small business ideas to make you rich. And then now I had 3 good videos that were going out there and actually bringing people to the channel. And every time, and I think that has happened twice today, the number of live streams I've attended today, every time I now go to people's live streams, people usually know me by those videos I have done. There are 3 videos, there are probably like 5 or 6 videos on my channel that have done really well, that have over 1,000 views. But on this channel, I have done 87 videos. This one is number 88. There are so many videos on this channel. And every time it's trying to experiment on the same niche, trying to experiment with something that people will like, trying to experiment with a different type of editing or a different kind of way of doing things on the video itself. Sometimes I'm trying different types of colors. Sometimes I'm trying a different type of thumbnail. Always experimenting. You never know which of your videos is going to be the one that is going to be the most successful. So keep on doing more content. And the more you keep on doing more content, the more you keep on having an idea of what your audience likes. Okay? Let me rest my. Are you guys feeling jealous that I'm having these kids? Yeah, the milk needs to make a featuring Mumo, featuring milk. Someone should screenshot that and then take it to one of the milk companies and become an ambassador. This is what happens. I'm just parched. This is what happens when you're starting your channel. You really don't know what your audience wants. Okay? Yeah, Martha, you're right. I should be sponsored. Sponsored by milk. When you're starting your channel, you really don't know exactly what your audience wants. Okay? And I've talked about how to start a channel. Actually, there are a number of videos. There are 3 videos that I have done, which I'll release in April because I'm planning to really bombard you with a lot of education. There are 3 videos that I've already done on how to start your channel and how to choose a niche. So when you're starting your channel, when you are at 0 subscribers, 0 views, you have not yet started your channel, you don't really exactly know what people will like from your channel. Okay. So what you're doing, and even where I am, and even with the kind of content that I have, I know the kind of content that people like on the channel, but I'm always experimenting. I don't know whether I'll do something new and then people will love that and leave these other things alone. So I'm always looking for new content that I can do that will answer a few questions that people have. There are people who've asked, can you do a video on ABCD? So I go sit down, I research, and then I do a video on that. I know on the onset, it doesn't have to get a lot of views. Stop pestering yourself about the number of views that you're getting on your channel. Focus on watch time. Focus on how long are you keeping people on your videos. That is what is most important. If you do a 10-minute video and people stay on that video for 2 minutes, it is of no use because you're not keeping it interesting enough for you to be able to get more people. Tomboy, you will get there. Don't worry. You will get there. I was at 0 watch time in January of 2018. It takes time. And I think one of the things, let me adjust this a little. One of the things that guys you really need to do is be patient. One of the that's like the basic thing in life. Be patient. You cannot wake up one day and you open a shop and you start competing with the Tuskies and the Naivas and these clean shelf supermarkets just because you've opened on day one. Number one, you haven't gotten an audience. And that's the same thing on YouTube. I don't know why. I don't understand why people are not patient enough on YouTube, and yet they can be patient in anything else. YouTube is a business just like any other. And when you start on YouTube, tell yourself, this is what I did. Honestly, this is what I did. I told myself, I'm giving myself 12 months. 12 months to at least get to my first 1,000 subscribers. Okay? So everywhere I'd be going, okay, this is what I did. In the first 100 subscribers, before I got to 100 subscribers, I was actually doing in person, subscribe to my channel. I go, I find you are my friend. I'm like, you guy, I have a YouTube channel. Go and watch it. Subscribe to the channel. At that time, I just wanted to gain the subscribers in person, not in live chats like this, telling creators who, number one, they are too busy. They won't even have time to watch your content. Number two, you don't even have content on your channel. So what I did, I went to people who know me, who know my kind of, who know who I am. So I tell them, watch my content. My own family, watch my content, subscribe to my channel. Everyone in my family is subscribed to my channel. That's the first thing that I did. So that it just gave me a mental boost. I know these are just the foundation. Okay? Then the next thing that I did now is focus on strangers, so that I create content that I know people will like. And I did a presentation recently at a YouTubers meeting where I explained exactly what I did. So this is what I did. I actually went on YouTube and searched for the niche I am in, which is business and advice. And I went and checked how many videos have been done on business ideas, how many videos have been done on how to grow your business, on the business ideas that someone can start. And I found that there was one lady, her name is Lynn Ngugi. I still remember because I actually took time to prepare these things. Success is not accidental, my friends. It is intentional. Okay? So this is what I did. I went and checked and I saw Lynn had done two videos, one in 2016 and another in 2017. And this was at the beginning of 2018. And I saw her videos had over 20,000 views. And I was looking at myself and wondering, where will I ever get a video that has over 1,000 views, 20,000 views? Will I ever get there? There's one, actually, there are two videos on my channel which are just about to get to 20,000 views. I'm so happy because you see, those are the things I used to aspire for. I'm like, one day, like Martin Luther King, one day my children shall be judged by the content of their character. So I was telling myself, one day my videos shall be watched 100,000 views one day. And that day is coming soon, you know? So, first of all, of course, I'm really happy. I'm almost at 100,000 views. I'm really excited. So, I think probably by around 10th of next month, I should be at 100,000 views. So, what I did after that, when I realized that there were only two videos that were on business ideas, what I did is that I did two videos myself. And then I did what is known as SEO, search engine optimization. If you want your channel to grow, my friends, this is what you need to do. Apart from subscribing to this channel, there are videos that I have done. There's one that I've done on keywords everywhere, which is another tool that uh, you need to do what? To download. So please check for keywords everywhere on my channel. It's a recent video. It's one I did this year. Then the second video that I want you to watch is explaining about another tool called TubeBuddy. I think in the description of this video, there should be a link for TubeBuddy. But if you go to that video as well, TubeBuddy is free to install. So install it, use the link there. That's an affiliate link for me. What happens is that if you install TubeBuddy with the link that is in that description, what happens is if you decide to stop using the free version, which works really well, and the explanation that I've given on that video is enough with the free version. But if you decide to pay for TubeBuddy, I will make a commission from it. So that is in full disclosure. So it's an affiliate link. But even if you do not buy it, there is no problem. Install it. It will help your channel grow. It will help you in keyword research. So what I did in that case, what I did in that instance, I did what is known as search engine optimization. And I'll still connect it with how this connects to watch time. So search engine optimization is making your video be, how do I explain this? Let me go back. YouTube is a part of the Google family, okay? You know the way you always you say you want to Google something? It's the same thing, that's the same kind of idea that YouTube uses. Especially when it's a tutorial, what happens is people will come to YouTube for a particular thing and they want to search for a particular thing. So when they search for it, what YouTube does is that YouTube shows them the video that is the best related to what they are looking for. Okay? So what you're trying to do is trying to see if someone searches for a particular thing, then let my video show up at the top. Okay? For instance, once you've watched this video, go and search on YouTube for business ideas in Kenya. What happens is scroll the first 20 business ideas in Kenya. You will find there, if there are few, there are 5 videos in the top 20 that are from this channel. Okay? And that is in trying to create a brand for myself. So that if someone ever is searching about business ideas, and believe me, now I am already getting like an email every 2 days. Someone is asking about business ideas. People are already getting in touch with me on Instagram asking about business ideas. The point here, get
a niche where you can make sure that your videos are optimized. Optimized well in terms of the search engine. And this is what I want to do for you this week. This week, now that you've gotten to 50 minutes, this week I am releasing a video about another tool that I use. It's called Morning Fame. You see, in order for you to grow, you need to know the tools to use in order for you to grow. Okay? So the first tool that I use is called Keywords Everywhere. It's like the basic. It doesn't go ahead and tell you all the nitty-gritties that you need to understand about that particular keyword. But on the next level is a tool called TubeBuddy, which I've talked about. The third tool, which it's like it picks what is on Keywords Everywhere and TubeBuddy and then adds something else on top, which I will now show you on that particular video. It's called Morning Fame. It's an awesome tool. It's free to join, but you need an invite code, which I think the invite code is also in the description, but the video to explain how to use it is coming this week. So once you've done that, then you can be able to have people come to your channel. The next thing you need to do is make your content to have good titles. Okay? Stop using very long titles or putting all your whole title in caps. It just makes us feel like our head is exploding. Yeah? When you have your title, make it in such a way that someone can be able to actually read this and understand what you're doing. You can put in caps the things that you think will grab someone's attention. Because when you put in caps, the same way it is in email, the same way it is in text, if you put something in caps, it shouts. Okay? So you may have something that is written in normal sentence, then you put something that will attract. 5 secret things in Nairobi you should know. You know, you should know can be in caps so that be like, how come I don't know? So I will want to know those things. So when you do that, you actually attract people to your channel a little more. Then the next thing that you also need to do in order to increase your watch time is make good thumbnails. I've talked about it, high purity. I've talked about it on a previous live video where I talked about how to do good thumbnails, but I'll repeat it here because I think it is important. One of the major things that you need to do is make sure that your thumbnails are popping out of the page. Yeah? Because when we get on YouTube, when I get on YouTube myself, what I do first is I go on the home page and I look at the recommendations that YouTube has placed there that I should watch because already YouTube knows my user behavior. Okay. So it knows what kind of videos I want to watch from which kind of creators. So if you're one of those creators and I find your video on my homepage, it also needs to tell you, you need your thumbnail to actually shout at the viewer. Okay. When you're doing this, hi Christine, yes, you will get there and it takes time and you need to be patient. So you need your thumbnail to scream out. You see, the title I was telling you, it shouldn't shout too much, but it should entice someone to come in. Your thumbnail needs to shout out. Okay. What you can do is go check the top YouTubers in Kenya and the kind of way they do their thumbnails. For some of them, because of their size now, they kind of have gotten lazy about the way they used to do their thumbnails. But if no one knows you, this is what I want you to do. Don't worry. Don't worry that you have 100 subscribers or less. Don't worry about that. When you have a good thumbnail, it is possible that people will still watch your content. So, this is what you do make sure that your face is in the thumbnail. You see the way you've watched this thumbnail, you see before you came to the live itself, you saw a thumbnail. And then I went and put in some vibrance and I put in some saturation and I made sure that the colors pop out. When I'm creating it on my laptop, because I usually use my laptop, when I'm creating it there, it looks like this is too much. But that too much, when you place it on your phone, people are seeing a small thing that looks like this, a small thumbnail that looks like this. So people should not be struggling to try to see what is that has been written there. They need it to come to them. Okay? So don't put too many words on your thumbnail that you're putting an explanation of what the thumbnail is all about or what the video is all about. You're writing, blah, 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 and then we can read, Naomi, welcome here. When you're putting your thumbnail, it is even better to just put a nice expression on your thumbnail and then leave it at that and have a good title, so that will bring in people in. Because I saw someone had a tear and they were sad in the video, and they had a tear that they had drawn here, which is something that you can download from the internet, and then they were sad. And that's the whole thumbnail. And then you put something like sad on the thumbnail, and that's it. And then that will make me as a viewer wonder, why is this person sad? And if you can get your viewer to actually feel that kind of intrigue or have that question in their mind and ask themselves that question, you have gotten them. You have actually gotten them. Okay? That's what you need to do. If you actually can be able to entice your viewers to come to your channel with your thumbnails, with your titles, with SEO, search engine optimization, then you're good to go. You can actually be able to add on the views that you're getting and the watch time that you're getting. Okay? The other thing that you can do is, if you have videos on your channel and you find that there are videos that you have done that you feel are really good videos, what you can do is you can change the title on your video, you can change the description on your video, you can change the thumbnail on your video to give it new life. Okay? When you do that, you actually have enabled you're enabling YouTube to get a better understanding of what your channel is about. If you do a video, when you do a video, always put an explanation of what the video is about in the description. Because when you do that, you're giving YouTube more information about your channel. It's not enough to just upload a video and then you expect that it will succeed. Make a good title, make a good thumbnail, make good descriptions, and then finally you can add your tags. Tags are not as important as the other three that I have mentioned: the thumbnail, title, and description. Tags come fourth, even fifth. But if you create a good atmosphere from the title, make a good title, make a good thumbnail, make a good description, it gives you an edge over all the people that are there. Okay? And that's what I have used in order for me to grow. That's the thing I have used in order to get watch time. Every single month, I keep a journal of what watch time did I get last month, which videos are bringing in the most watch time in the month, so that I can be able to plan next month to do similar content to the content that is already bringing in watch time. It is already bringing in subscribers. It is already bringing me views. So if I keep on doing more similar content the next month, what will happen is, because this video is already getting watched, the older video, it's already getting watched. If I do a new video, I'll make it associated with the older one that's doing well, so that either it will be in a card, in a YouTube card, the ones that usually show at the top, or it will be on an end screen, or it will be in the description, things that actually help. And even in the comments, in the pinned comment, I can place and say, if you have really enjoyed watching this video, I know you like this one. This is a newer one, and the link is there. And when people are coming, if you know 100 people are coming to a particular video, if you can get 10 of them to move to a newer video, you're helping that video to actually gain traction and actually gain watch time. Because what will tend to happen is this: it is very possible for content on your channel to get 2 views or 3 views, 10 views, and then a particular time will come for that particular video when it will start getting 10 views and 20 views and 30 and 100. There's one of my videos that was getting even 200 videos in a video views in one day. And that comes with time. It takes time to get traction on your channel. So don't get discouraged about the time that you're starting out. Okay? Start where you are, create good content, create good thumbnails, put a good description, do all the right things to prepare your video so that one day it can be able to. I saw in a video at times YouTube can freeze the views. Do you know anything about this? I'll answer that in a minute. This is what tends to happen. Sometimes YouTube has bugs in the system, okay? Where on a particular day you don't know how many views that you've gotten, but that tends to be sorted out fairly quickly, okay? The other thing is on the content that you're doing. If you're doing content that has copyright claim, for instance, it is possible that you will get a copyright claim and then your video will still get views, but the copyright holder can then additionally ask for your video to be blocked. So when your video gets blocked, it does not show up in search, it does not show up on subscription feeds, it doesn't get views. So the advice that I'd give you is strictly do original content. Secondly, stop using music that belongs to musicians. Okay? Because what you tend to do is that you place yourself on the balance. You're placing yourself at a place where you're not sure if you're going to get a channel, a copyright claim, or even a copyright strike if you're really bad at this. Or someone may say that they want your video to be removed. I know that there are content creators who've done reaction videos that have been blocked by the owner of that copyright. So it's a tricky situation for many of you who would like to do reaction kind of videos where you want to react to a particular video. And believe me, it can, even if you have passed 1,000 subscribers and you're already monetized, it is cost. It can be a cost for you to get demonetized. That you had uh, content on your channel that was already monetized and getting ads, and then you find either that video cannot get ads anymore, and instead of the green, nice green money button that you usually get, gets a yellow demonetization icon for your video, or it can even get a demonetization for the whole channel. Okay, so it's something that you really need to watch out for. Those are just headaches that you wouldn't want to get. Then you see, the problem is that there are so many people on YouTube who are doing the wrong things. Okay, there are people who are downloading videos and then re-uploading them, and then YouTube has to create rules on those kind of things. Okay, and then there are also claimants who are malicious. Someone either does not even own the copyright, but they'll say that they own it, and then it gets your channel in trouble. So those are some of the things that you need to watch out for, that you try and keep your channel as clean as possible, as copyright safe as possible, and then you do as much original content as possible. Because I'll tell you, for instance, I had another channel, it's another channel that I manage, where the channel was terminated because it was being said that it repeatedly does spam. And you see what happens in order for YouTube to tell you that your channel has spam, that means someone has actually gone and reported your video or reported your channel, okay? Then YouTube, the first thing they do when they hear that there is spam, the first thing that they do is that they first stop you, okay? Then when I got the notification that the channel had been terminated, I actually went to YouTube and explained explicitly what the channel is about, because it didn't even have a lot of subscribers. It had like 12 subscribers. Explained what the content is about and the intention of the content, and told them to recheck manually now the content that I have done and see if it actually falls into spam content. And it took me a whole 2 months to get a reply from them, because I even went on their Twitter to ask, and it took 2 months in order for us to get that channel reinstated. And that's because sometimes it may be just someone who's malicious somewhere, and then they make your channel get demonetized or get a copyright strike. So keep your content clean, make sure that the things that you're doing on your channel are safe, especially for advertisers. So you'll give me 1 minute to refill, probably change my drink. And then next, we'll talk about how you can be able to get good money on monetization.
Yep.
Good. We're back. So, monetization. Let's talk about monetization. When you get monetized on Google AdSense, this is what tends to happen. Once in a while, content on your channel gets adverts, okay? And the adverts that are on your channel are basically about whatever advertiser has placed and whatever money that they're going to spend. So, what tends to happen is if you have content on your channel, you get 55% of what an advertiser is spending. Okay. So if an advertiser is spending 100 shillings, just as an example, you will get 55 shillings, YouTube gets 45 shillings. So there's that split. So, one of the things that you really need to understand is how advertisers work. Okay. Advertisers determine the kind of content they don't want their channel, their advert, sorry, to show up in front of. Okay. So, if you have a particular kind of content that they don't like, and it depends with what you're doing. It really doesn't matter what you're doing. But if your content is adult in nature, okay, I don't have a good example of that. But if your content or the way that you speak, for instance, is not PG rated, if you cuss a lot, if you mention a few of if you mention private parts, for instance, in your channel or in your videos, and those are the things that you talk about, and it can be even about reproductive health. Okay, so if you're doing that kind of a content, an advertiser may say, "I don't want my content in front of that kind of an audience." For instance, someone is a family related product, they wouldn't want it on a particular channel that is 18 and over. Okay. So the kind of adverts that will run on your channel are based specifically on the kind of audience that you have and the kind of content that you do on your channel. So if you're doing family content, if you're doing safe content, and safe content here is content that is, you know, those programs that are written GE, general exhibition, that even children can watch, that even it doesn't have any cuss words, it is clean in terms of content, then you have a higher chance of getting people to, or getting advertisers to advertise on your videos. So that's something that you need to look out for. Additionally, if you're doing reaction videos, it is possible that that content may not be monetizable. There is a possibility. It is when you're doing reaction kind of video, this is what you need to check. Make what YouTube says about fair use and about reuse of content is your content needs to be significantly transformational. And that is a big word to say. If you're doing a reaction video, then your reaction video cannot be, number one, the same length as the video that you're reacting to. You're not just sitting there and dancing to that particular video. That's not a reaction video, okay? A reaction video is actually a dissection of, this is what this particular video is about. This is the things that I like about this video. These are the things that I really don't like about this video. These are the things I wish they had changed. I wish they had done this. And you actually break down a video so that you're analyzing a video. Yeah. If you are from high school in Kenya, you remember things like Muktada wa Dondo. That's what you that's what you're actually doing. You're taking that video like a comprehension and then dissecting it and bringing out the themes on it and bringing out the things that you really liked. If you really liked a particular dancing style, you probably can pause the video and do that style or try to do it, or something interesting that changes fundamentally the content that you're sharing out. Okay? So it's a tricky part. It's something that, you see, YouTube itself is really, they're really vague about how to apply fair use and reuse, because fair use and reuse of content is a legal matter. Okay? You can be taken to a court of law because of content that you did on your channel reacting to someone else's content. That's why someone will say they want to block your content. Or if you have content that belongs, hi, Kevin, nice to see you here. Someone can take you to court. Like if I find my content on your channel and I did not give you permission, I can take you to court. Say that this person has used my content without my consent. This is theft. Yes, it is theft. It is copyright infringement. It is theft. So you need to come up with original content. To just be safe with all these things, do your own content. Do your own content and be safe. If you're doing a reaction video, pause that thing. Like if you do 5 seconds, pause it. Talk about that 5 seconds, go to a different part, talk about it. Talk about the way you like that musician's style of doing things. That way you keep yourself safe in order to get monetization or to keep monetization. The other thing that people do is that they get into what are known as MCNs, which is a multi-channel network, where you have someone who's representing you and representing your interests when it comes to YouTube. Ideally, anyway, 99% of people do not need MCNs. But if you're a musician, if you're a musician, you're an artist, you're a recording artist, then you need an MCN, because then the story of copyright is taken care of, where they actually take care of copyright, and because they themselves are always on YouTube and they are always checking if people are infringing on your content, then you're good to go. They are always representing your rights. That's something that you need really to watch out for and to really keep yourself safe there. Okay? We are good there. I hope we are. So, what can we talk about now? Let's talk about how to gain biscuits. How do you gain watch time in 2019? And we've been going for the past 1 hour, 15 minutes. Okay. So, I will try and make this part brief so that if you will watch the replay of this video, then I think I'll place timestamps so that you can be able to know exactly where we will talk about this. So, how to get watch time in 2019? Number one, have a regular schedule. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Have a regular schedule. You see, when I'm doing a live, this is what happens, and this is what I usually do. Even when I'm recording, I'll say lol, but you'll never see it in the final videos. But now you were able to see it. Have a regular schedule. This makes your viewers be able to know when exactly you will be coming on to the channel. I know on this channel for the past 2 weeks, I haven't really uploaded anything of significance, but hopefully this week I will be back. So having a regular schedule helps you to actually be able to predict the kind of watch time in terms of watch time minutes and hours that you can be able to get in a particular month. At least, honestly, at least if you're completely unable to do very many videos, at least do one video a week. Okay, the reason you're doing one video a week is just for the discipline and to enable your audience realistically know when you're going to be on. So if you choose a particular day, I would advise that you start preparing for it a week earlier, so that if your videos always go up on Monday, then you need to have finished everything by Sunday. You upload it and it stays scheduled for a particular time. If you want to do a premiere, that's your own choice, but it stays scheduled for a particular day so that your audience clearly knows that on a particular day you will go live. Even if you do 10 videos while sitting down and you have done all the 10 videos, you have edited all of them, my advice would be place them on your channel, schedule them every week. So you upload them and then you schedule them every single week so that you know you have content for the next 10 weeks. Then you keep on shooting more videos, you keep on finding new content to do. You can do live streams if you want. You can be able to actually do all these things so that you get your viewers to get into that mode where they know on Monday at a particular time or on a Wednesday at a particular time, we always get content from our favorite creator. That will increasingly give you more traction on your channel so that you can be able to get more watch time. The second thing that you need to do is create playlists. Okay, there are two kinds of playlists that you can create. The first playlist is called a collaborative playlist. This is where you can be able to go around YouTube, even among your friends, and look for content that is on a particular topic and put it in one playlist on your channel. This is where you actually can be a resource center. So when someone has seen the first video on your channel and they are going through that playlist, it can be a playlist of even up to 20 videos. They will go to different channels. They will be on your channel if you have several videos that have to do with that particular topic. So what you're doing for them, for the viewer in this case, is that you are creating a resource for them. The other way you can use a collaborative playlist is to have a group of friends where you place their best videos, the videos that are really doing well on their channels, you place it on that playlist. So they do the same on their channel, and all your friends are doing the same thing, the friends that you are in this particular clique. That collaborative playlist will allow that if I have this playlist on my channel, then I can allow you to become a collaborator on that playlist. So you as the other creator adds another video on that playlist, and then we have like 10, 15 videos. So what will tend to happen is that anyone who visits one of our channels, we will have that playlist showing up on our pages. So if someone has visited my channel and they watch my video, they will go, the next video is a video on your channel, another one by another person, and we help each other grow in that way. And this is a good way to grow. It's a legal way to grow. You can actually do collaborations like this. So if you have a friend that you're doing regular collaborations with, you can have a playlist that is collaborations made with person X. So all the videos you've done with them is on that particular channel. All the things that they have done with you is on their channel. Same thing. Okay. Then the next type of playlist that you can have is called a series playlist. Okay? A series playlist is a secret source of views for you. Okay? This is how it works. If you have a series playlist, you are treating your channel. Remember, I told you in the beginning that you treat your channel like a series and not like a movie. Okay? So when people come and they watch video one and your video is in a series playlist, what will tend to happen is that the video that will be up next for them is the video number 2 in that particular series. And if they watch video 1 and 2, YouTube will see that they are interested in that particular playlist. What will happen is that they will be shown video number 3 in your playlist, and so on and so forth. So you get one viewer who's watching 4 different videos in your playlist, and they will watch all the way to the end of your series if they really like the kind of information that they are getting on your channel. What I have done on my channel is most of my playlists, if not all of them, I think most of them are now officially series playlists, because I noticed that in some of those playlists, there are particular videos that get a lot of views. So what I want to happen is the video that is getting a lot of views, that is getting a lot of search, will help to feed views and help to feed search to the other videos that are on that particular playlist. So the videos that have lesser views will start benefiting from the ones that are bringing people to the channel, because when you tend to watch a more popular video, which is a video that everyone is seeing, what YouTube will do is that it will now start to experiment with the viewers, the people who watch the popular video. They'll be like, you watched video 1, so would you like video 2 or would you like video 3? And then they're experimenting. When they're doing that, they will check how many people say they want video 2, how many people will say they want video 3, and then now it will know, should we be sending this one or sending this one? Because this is what you need to know. YouTube wants people to stay on YouTube. Okay? If you understand that, then your mind is really clear. YouTube is not about helping only the bigger creators and not helping the smaller creators. No. YouTube wants all creators to grow, because you are getting unique people, some of them who have never been on YouTube before. You are bringing them from all those other sites to come to YouTube. You are getting people who were never watching YouTube videos to now start watching YouTube videos. That's what YouTube wants, because the moment that you start making money, okay, again, YouTube wants more people to start making money, because the more money that you make, the more money that YouTube makes. The more views that you get, the more ads you play, the more money you get, the more advertisers will be spending money on YouTube, because there is a lot of places where they can get eyeballs. It's simple. YouTube is a business like any other. YouTube is a business where what they want is to get people to stay on YouTube. So I hope that helps, just to be able to know how to get watch time in 2019. Number 3 is called audience retention. Audience retention is simple. How long do people stay on your channel whenever they come to watch a video. That is something that you should already know by now. Just spoiling myself, giving myself energy. So, how long do people stay on your channel whenever you upload a video? That's something that you really need to improve on your channel. Okay? So, this is what you need to do. Go to your analytics in the YouTube Studio app and check every single video under analytics and check audience retention. Okay? What you're checking is what is the percentage in terms of how people stay on your channel on a particular video, and then compare it with other videos on your channel on the same topic, on different topics. Those are the kind of things that you want to understand how your videos work on the channel. Okay? So, one of the major things that you need to do is this: always try to improve the audience retention that you have on your channel. I'll give you a very perfect example. Anytime I do a live stream, the reason I do a live stream is not for audience retention. Okay? I'm not trying to keep people on the live stream for a whole hour or for a whole 2 hours. That usually doesn't work. Okay? Because people keep on popping into the chat and then they leave. They keep on popping into the chat. If they find it is important, they stay. If they find it isn't for them, they leave. So live streams are not for audience retention. So don't look at the audience retention for your live stream. That doesn't help. Okay? A live stream is basically for audience engagement. A live stream is for community building, where you can be able to come to a live stream and interact with a creator on live terms, okay? The same way that you will place a comment and I will acknowledge you and I'll probably talk about your channel and send people to your channel. Those are the reasons why you do a live stream, okay? So the audience retention that you're looking at is only for the videos that are pre-recorded and then uploaded. This is where you have done some editing. This is where you have shortened them in order to keep them interesting. So that's where you need to check on your audience retention, okay? For many of us, what will happen is that when you look at your audience retention, it will look like a hockey stick. Let me try and illustrate this. I hope this works. Whoop. So what will tend to happen is you will start at 100% here, and then it will just go shoop, and then it will go flat. That's what happens in most of our channels. That you find that, now I need to put it here. No. You'll find that here's 100%, and then within the first minute, it's already at 40%, and then 30, 20, 10, and then there's a final dip when the video is over. That's what tends to happen for most of our videos. And the reason for this, one of the major reasons for this, is because many of our videos have very long intros. A long intro bores people, okay? Because you see, you're trying to keep people as long as possible, okay? So either if you're a small channel, sometimes remove the intro, okay? So that what you're telling people is, this is what I'm talking about. You see, the thumbnail and the title have brought people to the channel. So you're telling them this and this is what you should expect in the video. And then you start with the hook, which is a question usually, or an interesting part in the video itself, which people will want to watch later. Something that was really enticing, like 5 seconds, you start with that. do a transition, start your video from the beginning, and you move on. That way, at least you can be able to keep your audience for longer. Okay? Whenever you have good audience retention, you will always increase your watch time. Okay? If your video has above average audience retention, and that's something that you can only check on your computer, you will need to go to the YouTube Studio Classic and go under audience retention and go under relative audience retention. What you want to do is to keep your audience retention above average. If your audience retention is above average, then you will start getting views. You'll get good watch time on your channel as well. The other thing that you need to do in order to increase your audience retention is sometimes to change the perspective that the audience is getting. For instance, if I'm shooting my video and I'm seated here, I can probably move closer or move to the side. You see, I can't do it right now, but I'm trying to illustrate so that someone's eye is always kept busy, or I can introduce text, or I can introduce images, I can introduce other videos, B-roll that is helping, okay? All this is trying to keep your audience to be really engaged in whatever you're telling them, okay? So moving to this side, your eyes are watching to this side, and then when I change and I'm here, you're telling them something else, you continue to talk to them, and then you move. At least you move here, and then you're gesturing with your hands, or probably you're drawing something, or you're on a vlog and you're showing them a road that you used, or you're showing them a plantation that you visited. All these are things that would actually be able to help them to be able to see all the things that you have put on your video. So the longer that you keep people on that particular video, in terms of percentage, the higher the percentage, the more YouTube will share out your videos, because they're trying to see which videos are keeping people the longest on YouTube. So if you have a video that does not have high audience retention, what will tend to happen is that your subscribers will watch, and then after that, it gets almost 0 views. But if you have a video that has good audience retention, even with your subscribers and with the people that YouTube experiments with, because YouTube tends to do that, it recommends, it's called recommendation, it recommends videos to different users. When it does that and people watch it and they watch it to the end and they're really interested and they rewind to hear that part again, or they pause it and then they rewatch again, or even if they clicked away from the video and then later during the day they come and they continue the video, YouTube is always recording all those behaviors of that particular user, of that particular viewer, so that it actually gives a better understanding of the quality of your video. The quality of your video is not that it is 1080p or it is 720p or 144p. It's not just about that. It's about how does your audience react to this video. Do they place comments? Do they like your video? Do they dislike your video? Do they rewatch your video? Sometimes you will find that your audience retention even goes above 100%, meaning that if I watch your video twice as a viewer, if I watch it twice, it increases your audience retention. Okay? So all these behaviors that the audience has in relation to your video, all this is talking about the quality of your video. The quality of your video is in how the audience judges it. You can shoot cinematic content. You can have the best cameras in the world. You can have the best lenses on the world. You can have the best lights in the world. But if your audience does not react well to the content that you have placed, it will come and be dead on YouTube. Okay? So the thing that you need to think about is think about your audience. If you're watching, this is the exercise I want you to do as we finish. This is the exercise I want to give you. Go and watch a series today, okay? And then check and pick yourself out from just being a passive viewer and become an active viewer. This is what I want you to do. Check when two people are talking to each other, okay? And even put a timer over about 30 seconds and check how many times the point of view changes in 30 seconds. In a normal series, it doesn't even matter what series it is, the point of view always changes. There are very few series, I can't even think of any at the top of my head, that don't change the point of view, that don't even go and change the point of view. So these are three shots that you should always have on your channel. Have an ultra wide shot, an establishing shot that shows you where are you. If you're doing a travel vlog, where are you? And then which are the characters that are there? So a medium shot showing you these are the people who are getting into the place, the hotel, the resort. That's where we are going. Then the third one is a tight shot that shows the reaction of the people. What are people doing? What are people eating? You do all these three shots. Every time you keep on doing these three shots, you can alternate between any of them, trying to tell the story. And every time you change the perspective, you keep your audience a little longer. If I was doing a recorded video like this, if I was doing a recorded video, I wouldn't put it and have the same point of view like this. I would put in some small b-roll. I'd put some little lower thirds down here to explain a particular point. I'd put some graphics or a photo or a video that explains what I want to talk about. All these are things that keep the eyes stimulated, because what tends to happen to our viewers is that when they have watched, they start getting eye fatigue. So you don't want that to happen. You want them to feel entertained. Okay? I hope this helps you. I hope that you actually increase the watch time on your channel. Thank you so much for being on this channel. If you have any questions that you may have, please ask them now as I get sponsored by the drink I'm taking now. Questions, please. If you have any questions. Good. I'd like to thank everyone who showed up for this particular live stream. Voklamp, I see you came. Minai, thanks for coming. Christine Mwenja, I will check out your channel. I don't think I've watched your content yet. Rachel Tindy, hi. Oh, thank you for showing up. Who else came? Martha Finest, thank you for coming to the live stream. Who else? Jamila came to the live stream. Thank you for coming. Supreme Kimani, thank you for coming. Kane's Kitchen Affair. Yes, yes. Thank you for coming. The FKs for showing up. Purity Asante Kokuja. Naomi Danbello. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Purity, Kevin Vlogs, and Telly Nyaga. Sorry, imagine I'm just finishing the live chat right now. I'm actually just completing. Thank you, Purity, for staying along. I'm really grateful that you found it informative. So what I'm about to do in the next 1 minute is I will close off the live stream so that if there are, thank you for being here along with me for the whole live stream. Telly, I'm sorry that you didn't get a notification, but what you should do is go just on my channel and make sure the bell icon is turned on so that you can be getting notifications anytime that I do a live stream. They are a little sporadic for now, but I'm really hoping that I can make them a bit more consistent. I have about 4 videos that I have already shot that need to be completed in editing. That are basically about YouTube basics. And I hope that they will be able to help all of you. So thank you guys for watching. And as always, Be an innovator and innovate, create, grow. Have an awesome evening. And I hope that any of you is doing a live stream, I'll come and watch. Yeah. Bye. Bye.